Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Sonali Verma from Technical Marketing Engineering team. And in this video, we'll talk about the enhancements of anomaly detection in Dell PowerProtect Data Manager 19.22 release. So the prerequisites for the anomaly detection in PowerProtect Data Manager remains the same. That is, the search cluster should be configured and active, and indexing must be enabled in protection policy. We continue to support virtual machine, file system, and NAS workload even in this new release. Now let's talk about what's coming up in 19.22 release. So the first thing that we're introducing in this release is the dedicated page for anomaly detection, which will be available in the user interface under Administration Anomaly Detection as seen over here. Then we are also introducing global exclusions through Default Anomaly Detection Rule. This is also available from the same dedicated page under Settings tab. Now let's see in detail about each of these enhancements, starting with the dedicated page for anomaly detection. So with dedicated page for anomaly detection, the ransomware investigation and intelligent threat response are all streamlined with centralized anomaly management. Now we can do the analysis of anomaly by generating and downloading of report and taking the remediation steps such as flagging the copy as verified safe or quarantine or reporting false positives by configuring exclusions from one centralized interface. Now that would transform the backup environment into security intelligent platform. Now let's see where this dedicated page reside in our PowerProtect Data Manager graphical user interface. So we'll log into the PowerProtect Data Manager and we'll go under Administration Anomaly Detection page. Now that's our dedicated page for anomaly detection where we have the Analysis and Settings tab. Under Analysis, we have the Assets where we see all the assets where anomaly detection is enabled under Policy. If we select an asset, we can click on View Copy to view the copies and for that particular asset, and we can mark a copy as safe or quarantine depending upon our analysis that we do by generating the report and then downloading it. Here we also see the anomaly severity triggered by each of this copy, and the latest copy anomaly severity is what you see even under asset. So here we are analyzing the report that we have just downloaded. Once it is analyzed, we can go back and mark that copy as safe or quarantine. So let's say we mark the copy and we would want to further investigate. We also provide a note when we mark a copy as safe or quarantine. So all this is recorded under audits. So here we are flagging it as quarantine for further investigation. So we will make a note of that. And now the same copy can also be restored from the same centralized page. So even the restoration can be done from here. So you would see all the restore wizard remains the same. All the pop-ups remain the same where you're restoring the restore location. Everything remains the same as it's seen from the restore page. So here we will say that we're restoring it to a new VM, which is named as restored VM from a quarantine copy. And we'll provide a note as well that we are doing it for further investigation. So as of now, we'll cancel that restoration. It was just to showcase, and then we'll proceed to show you that even from the asset level or the asset tab that we have, we can do the analysis by clicking on the report. Generate or download can be done from here as well. The other thing over here from this page is we can do the filter as well with the asset type or with the anomaly severity. All that can be done and applied, and we'll see over here. So as of now, I have filtered all the VMs assets. So here what I want to show you is the audit log. So everything that we do in our centralized page is also audited and recorded in the audit logs of the PowerProtect Data Manager. So as that we had quarantined a copy, it recorded, made a note of it. Now let's see the second enhancement, which is the Default Anomaly Detection Rule. So by Default Anomaly Detection Rule, user will be able to create the default global exclusion policy for anomaly detection across all the assets existing in policies where anomaly detection is enabled. Doing that will reduce the false positives throughout the environment using this policy level exclusions. Now let us take a step back to explain what happens in background when default anomaly detection rule is initiated or created. So what it does is the anomaly detection rule will aggregate all unique patterns and system configs detected as anomalies and include them in a single rule. And that creates a default anomaly detection global rule for us. Now, that being said, it also provides flexibility for asset level changes. How it does that is even with a default rule existing, users can still add exclusions at the asset level later if needed. Now let's see how to create this anomaly detection rule and where it actually resides. So we'll go to the anomaly detection dedicated page under administration anomaly detection, and the settings tab is where we'll be able to create our anomaly detection rule. So once we click on it, it will start the initiation process where it will aggregate all the configuration already existing in the asset level. And by doing that, it doesn't mean that we cannot do exclusion at the asset level. We can always do that later on in time as required for any asset. We can always go ahead and edit the rule that has been created by modifying. So by default, it takes the sensitivity as low. And these are all the unique patterns it has recognized. So if we have to do any changes to that, we can do that and modify as per the requirement of the environment. Let's save that rule. We can also configure this anomaly detection from the asset, as we said at later point, for the exclusions that we have made. So it will give us a pop-up whether we want to go for the anomaly detection rule or we want to make a specific exclusion for this particular asset. So as we do the asset specific exclusion, it will start prompting us the same wizard of exclusions, the system inclusions and the file pattern inclusions, and we can do the modification as per that. So it gives us a choice whether we want to go for asset level exclusions or the default rule global exclusions. So everything we do, even in our dedicated page for the default anomaly detection rule, and is recorded in the audit log. So as and when we create the rule or as and when we update or modify the rule, it is all recorded in this audit log. So that is all about the anomaly detection default rule, which is again available in the dedicated page. Thank you all for watching.